So who might the next big bad be for Dragonflight? Let's discuss. Let's discuss. Because there are options out there. There is going to be a big bad. And we're going to see who it is. Starting with Galakron. He was the one that most people thought, you know, would be the big bad. The Dragon Eater himself. Will he be the next big bad? Galakron is currently dead. We do know that. We know he's dead. The very seal threatens the dragon aspects. The very first real threat to the dragon aspects. That's right. So Galakron was a big bad who was eating other dragons. The man was just getting huge. Basically an eyeball-covered dragon. You know, as he ate them, he started to grow more wings and limbs and shit. This guy was crazy. This guy was a mess. This is when the dragon aspect started. Now, I know we got a question in chat the other day of how the dragon aspects come about. This is it. I didn't realize it until I was reading this. They got their powers from the Titan tier. So, and Galakron was basically spitting out undead drakes as well, and then he started to eat them. So Galakron's insatiable hunger kept growing. He had even began redevouring his undead. This guy was insane. The Titan tier, greatly disturbed by this threat, decided to grant the dragon aspects their power. That's how they got their power. I didn't realize that until now. It allowed them to defeat and kill Galakron, and that was the start of their role as their Azeroth's protectors. So there you go. That's how they got their shit. What if Gala escaped from the Shadowlands? Oh shit. Yeah, I mean you could totally have anyone come back to life, right? In this whole expansion, there's going to be the chance that anybody could have came back. Right? Anybody could have came back. Or you also have the whole Bronze Dragonflight with their time walking shit. Right? The Bronze Dragonflight anyone could come back from time based on how they work. So, we'll see. Oh, Minnie wants to tank today. Minnie wants to tank today. So wait, how did all these dragons become corrupt? Galakron and such? It's the old gods, guys. The old gods are our next suspect. We know the old gods. We know they played a major role in corrupting a lot of dragons, including our cataclysmic dragon, Deathwing. What's up, Jibo? So could it be the old gods? Could we see a return of the old gods? Our boy N'Zoth taking a laser beam to the head. What a sad way for such a great villain to die. Hopefully he comes back. That's my hope, at least. Let's see. What are the chances of him coming back?
Come, servant. We have a realm to destroy.
J4, thank you for the follow and welcome to our Scourge. The Dragonflight, the Blizzard. Blizzard has mentioned, along with the awakening of the Dragon Isles, old enemies have awakened as well. I mean, who else is that other than old enemies? We just think of the old gods most of the time. While the only old enemy Blizzard has announced, mentioned by name, was Dejaradin, Elemental Half-Giant. Oh, I didn't know about him. Old threats of the Dragonflights really cannot be mentioned without thinking of the old gods. Exactly. Exactly. And when the Dragon Isles were first thought of, back in even Classic, the Dragon Isles were in game. They just were never finished. Kim invited. That's really nice. We need another healer. Thank you. Welcome. Remember, guys, if you are in chat, let me know. Overpowered and Alchem. Yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Toasty Muffin to the stream as well. Yeah, while we've never known a great deal about the Dragon Isles, a lot will certainly have changed over the years. It's worth mentioning the original planned concept for the Dragon Isles, this is what I was just talking about, had temples of the old gods in it, according to a 2018 interview. Yeah, so there's a chance. There's a chance that old gods could return. We could see the return of N'Zoth. JC Death, yes. Welcome. Though it is assumed we defeated the last of the old gods with N'Zoth, it's the old gods. They're about as trustworthy and likely to be dead as the dead of the Dreadlords. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, old gods could certainly come back. We know that. Or they could have tricked us in the first place, and we never really killed him, which would be awesome, because N'Zoth deserves a better death than what we gave him. He deserves more. He's N'Zoth after all. The man's corrupted everything. Is it possible that he could have corrupted us while when we thought we were killing him? Yeah. Could have been a nightmare. Could have. Deathwing. We want to see the return Worldbreaker Deathwing. Do we want to see return of Deathwing, guys, as the main bad in Dragonflight? Yeah. I could see Deathwing come back, but so far, honestly, Blizzard bringing old people back hasn't gone too well. AKA the Wisp that was the Lich King. We all thought that was going to be a better reveal. Kind of wish he just never came back to begin with the way they brought him back. But, well, Deathwing coming back, yeah, if it's done right. In a recent spotlight about Ysara, we highlighted the dreams and the nightmares that still plagued Ysara once we reached Ardenweald. We learned that Ysara is still plagued by her dear friend's betrayal. Netherian and the Earthen Warden. Netherian the Earthen Warden was once the Black Dragon aspect, but he fell to corruption, influenced by the gods, and abandoned his fellow aspects. Yes, we know the story of Deathwing, and took the name as Deathwing. We defeated Deathwing back in Cataclysm, but his legacy still plays an important role in the upcoming expansion. I'm sure we're going to see some shit about Deathwing. We're going to see some things about Deathwing. After all, he was one of the dragon aspects. His fall was a big moment for them, right? There's a chance that we see him. I thought we were going to fight Garrosh this expansion. Oh, God. Are you talking about Shadowlands or the next expansion? Either way, I think we've seen enough of him for now. I want a redemption for Deathwing. Yeah, redemption would be cool. That's kind of what I thought we'd see for Arthas, but it wasn't really what we got, which is why I'm not sure if I trust Blizzard to do a redemption arc to begin with. We kind of saw a redemption of Illidan, right? I mean, Illidan got a slight redemption in the fact that he was in the Black Temple. We didn't understand what he was really doing. We thought he was a bad guy. Turns out he wasn't, and we learned all that in Legion. So, that redemption was done pretty well. Arthas' redemption, not so well. Could we see a Deathwing redemption? Maybe. I would like to. That'd be fine. If I saw a Deathwing redemption, I think that'd be cool. Deathwing created the new race. It's in their lore. Really? Okay. Deathwing created the new race of dragons that we could play as, the new playable race. So, there you go. He's going to play a role. Guaranteed Deathwing is coming up in the expansion. That's a for sure. That's a certain. How he'll come up and how he's brought back, we'll see. We'll see. Whether he's just mentioned in passing or brought back, like actually we see him in game, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. We'll see. We can't help but put in mind of another experiment conducted by Blackwing's Dragonflight, the Twilight Dragonflight. Yeah. Speaking of which, the Twilight Dragonflight, they could show up as a big bad. Maybe the first raid we're fighting the Twilight Dragonflight again. Yes, these are the Dragonflight created by Deathwing. Created by Sanathria. Sorry, the prime consort of Deathwing. There you go. There is a relation to Deathwing. I knew that. The Twilight Dragonflight infused eggs stolen from other Dragonflights with dark magic. Though Sanathria believed the idea was their own, was put into their head by the old gods. Again, you're going to see a lot of shit about the old gods. Lee Pipes, by the way, if you're in here, let me know. You're going to see a lot of shit about the old gods. That's a guarantee. Because they just have so much to do with the Dragonflights. And their corruptions and their downfalls and all that stuff. I can't see there not being mentions of the old gods in this next expansion. Both Deathwing and the Twilight Dragonflight were officially defeated at the end of Cataclysm. However, it wouldn't be the last time we would see this Dragonflight. They played a major role in Battle for Azeroth, especially during the Visions of N'Zoth. That's right, we fought them. We fought a couple of these guys in the Visions of N'Zoth. However, the Twilight Dragonflight isn't the only distorted Dragonflight associated with the old gods. There's more. Like I said, there's tons of relations to the old gods here. Oh yes, our final could this be the next big bad? We have the Infinite Dragonflight. This is such a cool model. I would love to mount something like this. Just give us mounts. That's what we want in this expansion. I don't care where the big bad is. Just give us mounts on mounts. That's all we want. I know we're getting our customizable mounts, but I just want to see lootable mounts everywhere. That's all I want to see. The Infinite Dragonflight is a time-traveling dragonflight formed of the corrupted members of the Bronze Dragonflight, led by Murozond. Facts, that's right, Himself, a corrupted version of the Bronze Dragonflight leader, Nozdormu. So Murozond is the corrupted version of Nozdormu. Corrupted by who? The old gods. So look, there's a common theme here. I don't know if you guys have noticed that the old gods are here. Okay? They're part of this. They're part of the Dragonflights. They have to show up in this expansion. In our timeline that we currently play on, Nozdormu is still himself. Aspects of the Bronze Dragonflight, the aspect of the Bronze Dragonflight, sorry. However, at some unknown point in the future, Nozdormu, tormented by the knowledge of his own death, will be tricked by the old gods and help them shatter the time ways, creating the Infinite Dragonflight. This is a cool storyline, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind seeing this in game. It'd be a very cool storyline to play through. You know what I was thinking as well? The Caverns of Time are probably gonna play a role in this expansion. With all this time traveling and the Bronze Drakes and the involvement of the Bronze Drakes, there's got to be some Caverns of Time shit, which I wouldn't mind because I personally have a lot of nostalgia for the Caverns of Time. I always thought it was a cool looking place, the music, everything. I used to love running the dungeon. What's it called? The one where you become humans again. Everyone's humans, and you free Thrall and shit. The Culling of Strathome is another one, but. What's that first one called, man? I can't remember. Chat, tell me what it was. It's not part of the Culling of Strathome, is it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Hillsbrad, that's right. Hillsbrad. Yes, Hillsbrad's a great dungeon, man. Hillsbrad's a great dungeon. That was a good one. I used to love running that when I was back when it came out. So I would love to see more of that, more shit from the Caverns of Time. Throughout the World of Warcraft's history, the Infinite Dragonflight has made appearances attempting to interfere with past events, from preventing Medivh from opening the Dark Portal, that's right, we did that, to stopping Arthas Menethil from purging the city of Strathome. Yes, the Culling of Strathome. They worked with N'Zoth in an attempt to bring about the Hour of Twilight during the Cataclysm, and later they helped Garrosh Hellscream escape to an alternative universe, Draenor, in the lead up to Warlords of Draenor. Yeah, they played a lot of roles. Could they be the big bads of this next expansion? Maybe. It's possible. The Infinite Dragonflight is a particularly interesting potential protagonist. Because of their formation, it is set in the future. Of course, here is where it gets tricky. Our interference may have created a new timeline, one in which Nozdormu's corruption never happened. However, there is no guarantee it won't happen. In an interview in the past podcast, Steve Denuser stated that Nozdormu knows this future is coming. Right, he's an aspect of time, basically. He knows the future. Add that, and that he struggles with it. So he knows and he struggles with this thought. With that in mind, the Dragonflight certainly seems like a ripe opportunity to finally witness the story of Nozdormu's corruption and the transformation to Murozond unfold in front of our very eyes. Look at that. It'd be very cool. Very cool. I think this one's honestly very interesting to me. The Infinite Dragonflight and Bronze Dragonflight's powers of traveling around timelines also opens up a vast collection of possibilities. Yeah, like I said, I was saying that, it could be anybody. With the playing with time and shit, you could have any of these guys come back through time and become a big bad. Personally, if there was one historical event I would be very interested in witnessing myself, it would be the fight with Galakron. That would be amazing. A time-walking dungeon where we help the Aspects defeat Galakron. Holy shit, that would be cool. Well, there you have it, guys. These are the boys that everyone thinks it could be. Honestly, of these, what do we got? 4 or 5 here. Galakron, I think he will show up. I don't think he'll be the big bad. The old gods, they're going to be part of everything, I think. Deathwing would be cool. Any of these would be really cool. But I did like this this whole corruption of Nozdormu storyline. I think that'd be a cool one to play through.